A global pandemic, a world shut down, and a growing question: where did COVID-19 come from? At the center of this mystery is a research lab in Wuhan, China, and a man whose name became synonymous with the U.S. pandemic response, Dr. Anthony Fauci. For decades, Fauci led the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, or NIAID, overseeing billions of dollars in research grants. One of those grants, issued in 2014, would later become a key piece of a much larger puzzle. Was the U.S. government indirectly funding dangerous virus experiments in Wuhan? Could this research have played a role in the origins of COVID-19? To understand the full story, we need to go back in time, to 2014. In 2014, the National Institutes of Health awarded a $3.7 million grant to EcoHealth Alliance, a nonprofit research organization led by Dr. Peter Daszak. Dr. Daszak: "Our goal has always been to understand how coronaviruses in bats could jump to humans and cause the next pandemic. We need to be prepared." EcoHealth Alliance worked with partners around the world to study bat-borne viruses, including a research team in Wuhan, China. A portion of this NIH grant, about $600,000, was funneled to the Wuhan Institute of Virology, where scientists were studying bat coronaviruses. This was not illegal. In fact, it was a standard practice in the scientific world. Collaborations between US and foreign labs happened all the time. But what exactly was happening at WIV? At the heart of the controversy is a field of study known as gain-of-function, or GOF research. Virologist gain-of-function research involves enhancing a virus in a lab, either to make it more transmissible or more deadly, in order to understand how it might evolve in nature. Supporters argue that this type of research helps scientists prepare for pandemics. But critics warn, if mishandled, GOF research could cause the very outbreak it was meant to prevent. In October 2014, the U.S. government placed a moratorium on gain-of-function research, citing safety concerns. But EcoHealth's work in Wuhan continued. The NIH later claimed it did not meet their definition of GOF research, but some experts disagree. The Wuhan Institute of Virology was well known for studying bat coronaviruses, but some of their work went beyond simple observation. In 2015, researchers at Wuhan, in collaboration with U.S. scientists, published a paper showing that they had genetically modified bat coronaviruses to better infect human cells. Some experts insist that these experiments do meet the definition of gain-of-function research. Others argue that while the research was risky, it wasn't technically GOF. The real question is whether this research had anything to do with the origins of COVID-19. When COVID-19 first appeared in Wuhan, Chinese authorities claimed it came from a wet market, jumping from animals to humans. But as more evidence emerged, the lab leak hypothesis gained traction. Could an accident at the Wuhan lab have unleashed the virus? China has refused to share key data, fueling suspicion that they have something to hide. Despite this, no conclusive evidence has proven a lab leak, yet. As pressure mounted, the NIH cut funding to EcoHealth Alliance in 2020. But the debate over Fauci's role continued. Lawmakers and scientists remain divided. Was this just routine virus research? Or did U.S. taxpayer dollars indirectly contribute to dangerous experiments in Wuhan? Investigators continue to search for answers. But one thing is clear: the connection between Dr. Fauci, NIH funding, and the Wuhan lab will remain under scrutiny for years to come. The world may never know the full truth about COVID-19's origins, but as new information comes to light, one thing is certain: the public deserves answers. What do you think? Was this just scientific collaboration, or something much more dangerous?